You are listening to the Bug School podcast, powered by Back School of Tech. It's not about code, it's about clarity.
Today we're talking about what particular tech skills you should focus on in 2026, especially with AI everywhere. The future is changing really fast, but you don't have to chase every shiny skill. Don't forget what I used to tell you. Well, it's okay to be a generalist or a specialist, but you don't try to learn everything all at once. But there's always a need to try to, you know, add some additional skill to what you already have. But the only way to become a generalist, or even the only way to become a generalist, is by mastering one particular skill very well first before moving on to the next one. And there are only a few things that will matter the most. So I'm going to break down some of these skills based on research to help us understand the skills that you should focus on in 2026. Either you're just getting started or you are already in tech and these are additional skill for you. We all know AI is growing every day. Tools are changing, jobs are changing. People might lose their job, people will get more jobs. A lot of people are scared like AI will take everything. AI doesn't really replace people who know how to think. AI will not replace people who know how to think. It replaces people who don't know how to use it. So in 2026, the most valuable skills won't be random tools. It should be skills that make you a better thinker, a builder, and a problem solver. So the first skill I have here is AI literacy, either basic or advanced. Now, this doesn't mean you have to become an AI engineer. AI literacy simply means knowing how AI works at a basic level, knowing what it can do, and using it to make your work faster. Whether you are in design, whether you write codes, whether you are a technical writer, even a marketer, or even in business, either business development, business management, business analysis, business intelligence, anything business, AI will be your second brain. So if you can use AI well, you are already ahead. And when we say AI literacy, it's just understanding how AI works, how to interact with AI. So an example could be something like you want to create a pivot table on Excel, and you're not really an Excel person, for example, and you have no idea, because you're not an Excel person, you don't know the word pivot table, and you go to ChatGPT to start saying, okay, you want to create a chart. There is something that they call, that kind of wrong, awful prompt. So ChatGPT might even be able to give you the right response, but it's just like the way we Google search. There are ways at which there are advanced way to do a Google search, right? And they are the general way. So an AI literacy simply means you understanding the proper way to use the AI tools. So the second one is prompt engineering. So people keep saying prompt engineering is dead. Actually, prompt engineering has been out there for a while, and AI is only as smart as the person using it. And prompt engineering has been there for, like I said, prompt engineering has been there for quite a while. AI just, makes it come out much well. So if you know how to ask the right questions, bring things down, and guide AI like a partner, you become 10 times more productive. And it's not about having a fancy prompt, it's about doing a deep thinking. There are levels at which you would use an AI tool to solve a problem that you would feel like, sometimes when you use an AI to solve a problem for too long, it tends to get confused, tends to give you wrong responses. It's usually happen. But there are ways at which you can easily communicate with AI sharing everything from beginning to the end. And sometimes AI would always tell you that you're right, even when you're wrong. So there are ways to always, sort that part out. If you have an idea, a really brilliant idea, and just drop it on any AI platform, ChatGPT. Let's keep using ChatGPT for example. So you drop this in ChatGPT, ChatGPT tell you your idea is brilliant. But if you're trying to validate an idea to know if it's going to fit to the market you want to build the idea for, there are ways you would use the prompt, and ChatGPT would carefully help you validate the idea and tell you if it is going to work or not, or if there are ways to actually make it work. So the next one is UX and product thinking. As far as I'm concerned, UI, there are a lot of, we have Google Stitch now that can do UI, at least to some extent, but product thinking and UI, they are one of those skills that AI cannot fully replace. It's all about understanding people, and user experience designers, they are for the people, they are for the users. And now that there is AI, even the user experience would have to think, just as they are thinking for the users, they have to think for the AI. So AI can't fully replace this because it's all about understanding a user flow, understanding an AI flow. So, and US skill will remain powerful because AI can design screen, like I said, AI can write content, but AI doesn't understand human emotions deeply. 2026 would need people who can understand users, simplify ideas, and create products that solve real problems. So if you can think like a product person, you would never be jobless. The next one is automation skill, and this is one of the biggest skill out there, and that is knowing how to use tools like Zapier, like Make, like Anything, like APIs, AI agents. So if you know how to work with automation, you would not be out of job. You could even start an agency that is majorly focused on automations. People who can automate tasks will save companies time and money, and companies are willing to pay for something like that. So imagine the job of a social media manager. There are AI tools that helps with content ideas. Then they move your content ideas to platforms like Canva. Canva designs it using your brand assets, then transfer it to platforms like Buffer to schedule the post and then send it to your social media platforms. That basically just killed about 2 or 3 people's job, all via automation. So automation is one of the skills that you should learn. Now the next one is business analysis and problem framing. AI is powerful, we know that, but it doesn't know business needs deeply. Now, companies will still need people who can talk to clients, who can understand problems, turn them into solutions, people who can document processes, explain what to build. Every founder, every team or product needs someone who can make sense of things, and that's a skill AI cannot still. So if you are out there, you're planning to learn business analysis and you're worried whether AI is going to take away this one, now I'm taking a business analysis class at the moment, okay, and I think I have the roadmap. So if you're interested, just hit me up. I'll be happy to help. So the next one is software foundation. AI writes codes. You can use AI like Lovable, like Chef Convex, and there are a whole lot of them if you use them to build web applications and softwares. But AI can't debug everything. Sometimes AI would even make it worse. AI would even add more bugs to it. AI cannot plan systems. It cannot understand architecture. So if you understand the basics of software engineering, you'll be able to work with AI like a pro. So even if you don't know how to write code, you could still use AI to build websites. But when it gets to the level of building mobile apps, building softwares, you will still need a software engineer to make sense of everything that AI is giving to you. And you don't need to master everything, so you just to understand things enough before AI, we had most software engineers, not even most, all of us software engineers, we Google search solutions. When there's a problem, we Google search, we go to Stack Overflow, we go to Quora, we go to Reddit, even on GitHub community, because we believe that per adventure, someone must have gone through or someone must have experienced this kind of problem that we are dealing with. So we try to find answers. And if we realize there's no one who has, gone through the problem, we try to post the problem, post the error, and then someone out there who has an idea could help out. That is how we've been solving problems. And now that is AI, now imagine we won't have to go to platforms like that anymore. And then we just go to AI and they solve it for us. We have some AI tools that are embedded into the IDEs, like the notepads, like the VS Code. So we have the GitHub Copilot, we have the Cursor AI, there is the Google Anti-Gravity or Anti-Gravity, something like that. So they are really, really brilliant tools for debugging, but you need to be a developer to be able to do this. So software foundation. And the next one is digital communication. Now this one is underrated. And in 2016, people who can explain ideas clearly, that can write simple messages, communicate with teams, break down complex topics, this set of people will grow faster than people who know everything but can't express anything. AI can definitely help you write content, document anything for you, but it cannot replace your personal voice. Now, we humans don't feel comfortable reading content that is made using AI. It kills everything that makes the content reasonable, because if a human is giving you an advice, you tend to listen. But when an AI is giving you an advice, it gives a different kind of vibe. You just feel like the person just dropped in a prompt somewhere and then AI just, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of the underrated skills, but trust me, digital communication is important. And even technical writing, there are some, I've seen posts of some media companies that are willing to employ people who can help them write newsletters without using AI. So you can see if you are a writer and you've been writing very well before, but because there is AI now, you decided to stop writing, please go back to writing. Avoid using AI. And to be honest, at some point I was using AI to write some of my content. Then I couldn't read it. Whenever I post the newsletters, I couldn't read it. I did it twice. I did it for 2 newsletters and I could not read it because I was like, then I had to stop it. So, and ordinarily the way I usually write is I just think I have a list of topics to discuss in the newsletters. So I just pick the topic, take some time to think about it, and then I write down everything that I could think of. And sometimes if I don't have an idea on how to start, I ask questions related to the topic. And after writing everything out, then I use Grammarly to fix grammatical errors and I post. Well, I tried with AI. It's not really bad, it's okay, but it doesn't really give, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a writer, you would fully understand this. If you're a writer and you're a reader, you would fully understand what I was saying here. So our number 8 skill is creative problem solving. Now this is a kind of a skill that would never die. AI will give you answers, but creativity gives new ideas. So if you can think differently, new products, new solutions, new businesses, new ways to use AI, especially that part, you would always be needed. So creative problem solving with the level of AI in the next 4, 5, 6 years, creative thinkers would be needed, because the truth is, as far as we are already in this old vibe coding conversational AI era, we are still going to get to a level where some of these things would even move people anymore and we would want more. And in fact, there's some physical products that have been introduced now that might function like AI. If you look at Alexa, you look at Siri, Google Assistant, to get to some levels, they would fully be AI. Currently, they are just a virtual assistant, like a chatbot, the voice chatbot kind of a thing. Or soon, next to 3 years, they will be fully artificial intelligence built, kind of a ChatGPT that conversates with you and can do some particular. So we call it agentic AI. So it can autonomously do some several tasks for you, just like the way Alexa and the likes has been doing for you. So all those skills are important skill, and you don't need to learn all of them. You could start with the one that matches with your current skill or something that matches with your personal strength. For me, I'm a product architect, so regardless of the levels of AI that is out there that build solutions, they will still need the product architects that would still be able to do a deep thinking, to do a proper planning on how a software is built, and which includes product thinking and user experience. So trust me, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. So 2026 is not about chasing trends. It's about building skills that makes your brain valuable. AI, currently, they are all tools. And you and I, we are the thinker. So don't stress about being behind. We're all figuring things out in this new era. And of course, as time goes on, there's still going to be new skills that will be introduced. I've been seeing different set of skills, but I will be sharing some of them to us as they come.